Alright guys, as you can see here, we have the RX 5700 XT. Now this GPU has an overheating problem, and in today's video we're going to be showing you guys exactly how we could fix that. Right, so why exactly is this GPU overheating? Well, we actually took a look inside of this before, and we saw that actually the thermal pads are completely ruined. They're all over the place, and the thermal paste has dried out on us, and it's not doing what it's supposed to. And we also found that the thermals were absolutely awful. And are there any other reasons? Well, there is, like, for example, if your GPU is very dirty, it can conduct a lot. It can conduct a lot of heat, and therefore you have a overheating GPU. Or you have a problem with your blower, your fans aren't working. Could be any of those things. Maybe it could be something to do with your software. You're not using your software properly. You haven't navigated it properly, or whatever. But in this video, we're going to be showing you guys how to repaste it, clean it out a bit, and apply new thermal pads. All right, guys. Now the first step is we're going to have to remove the PCB, which is this part here, from this big blower here. We're going to remove them. Like so. So as you can see here, there are 4 big screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's these 3 smaller screws, which you're going to have to remove. For this, I recommend you guys have a handy little screwdriver, preferably a precision one. And one of these magnetic sheets, I forgot what they're called. But it's magnetic, and it's you can hold your screws on it, so you can sort of keep track. We're just going to remove that real quick. Alright guys, so now what we're going to be doing, we're going to be removing the blower from the PCB. So as you can see, there's one plug right there, and then there's one at the back. And what we're going to do is we're going to loosen one, and we're going to make sure that we can take that one off. Sorry, we're going to loosen. Oh, for God's sake. Alright guys, as you see here, we have separated it a bit. But as you see, there are 2 plugs. One on the front side here, and one at the back. I'm going to take off one. Right there. Make sure you take this off very carefully, because you can damage the pins and the PCB itself. And then you want to move the other side. There you go. Now already you can see here, all the thermal pads are quite damaged here. And the thermal paste is sort of dried up. And it's sort of stuck to the cooler there, which is not very good. But that's okay, because we are going to replace them. Right guys, now as you can see here, we are going to be trying to get behind the PCB, in between the PCB and the back plate, right here. And there are 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, it depends on what sort of GPU you have or what model it is, where the screws are located. But it's probably the ones that haven't been unscrewed yet. So, we'll go ahead and unscrew those, one by one. Now, as you can see, we've separated the PCB from the back plate, and as you can see, we can see the thermal pads here, and they actually look like they're in good condition. So they will not be needing. We will not need to switch those up. So, if you're in a position like this, just go ahead, screw it back on. No biggie. Guys, now we're going to clean the thermal paste off. It's got a cotton bud here with some alcohol on it. See that? Just cut it off. Alright guys, now as you can see here, we have the thermal pads, right? So this one here is a 0.5, actually sorry, this is a 0.5 pad right here. There's 4 pieces in each pack, 120 by 20 millimeters, and this is a 1 millimeter right here. Same 4-piece pack, and here we have the 4-gram MX6 paste. This I recommend the MX6 over the MX4. It's got way better cooling than the MX4. There you go, that's all you need. Now, as you can see here, we've got all of our cooling stuff, all of our thermal stuff, straight from Arctic. This is Arctic's thermal pad, the 1 millimeter, 120 by 20 millimeter. And this is the 0.5, 120 by 20 millimeter as well, 4-piece pack. And the 4-gram MX6 thermal paste, it is very good, way better than the MX4. Arctic is a very good brand when it comes to cooling and stuff. They even make cooling fans and stuff. They're really good with thermals and stuff. And yeah, we'll drop the link down below in the description below to Amazon, so you can go ahead and purchase these if you like. Alright guys, we're gonna have to now clean this blower. We already cleaned the PCB, but now we're gonna focus on the blower as well. Clean the thermal paste, the pads, and everything. As you can see here, fully clean. See myself in that.
You got me singing way oh, way oh, oh. You look like a guy who could treat me right. Way oh, way oh, oh. Boy, take a chance, will you let me ride? Way oh, oh. I could be the best thing in your life. Way oh, oh. You got me singing way oh, oh. You look like a guy who could treat me right. Way oh.
Alright, you see here now guys, we're just cutting them up, sizing them, and trying to get them down to size. Alright guys, now we are going to be applying the thermal paste, the MX6 by Arctic, 4 grams. Now, it's very important that when you put this on, you want to take it nice and slow, and you want to apply a pea-size amount to the... I'll take my time with this. Okay. Pea-sized amount. Enough. Right, there you go. Pea-size amount, a bit of a mush pea, but you know, we're gonna spread it afterwards, so it doesn't really matter. So, distribute it as evenly as possible. This is a very nerve-wracking process, so please do take your time, otherwise you will ruin it all. Alright guys, now as you can see, we've put thermal paste on the blower and on the chip. So when it sandwiches together, it keeps together, so they both sort of connect. And we're also going to be we're gonna make sure that we connect the plugs first before anything. But we also want to remember to slot it in first as well.
You got me singing way oh, way oh, oh. You look like a guy who could treat me right. Way oh, way oh, oh. Boy, take a chance, will you let me ride?
Guys, now as you can see, we have screwed it back shut. See back here, screwed them all on. The thermal pads are on. We've repasted it, and we've also cleaned up any sort of mess that we made in terms of thermal pads or thermal paste all over the GPU. And there you go. It's simple yet quite long, but there you go. You know. Now we're gonna go ahead and test it out. Alright guys, you can see she's lighted up. And we've got a boot successfully. So guys, as you can see, I'm on the PC right now. I've only got the fan speed at 63. And I've got the temperature, it's only at 51 degrees. The temperature is literally maintaining 50 degrees. But then obviously when you hop onto the game itself, it increases to 60. Which is a massive improvement to the previous 50 degrees to 90 in 6 seconds, I'd say. Yeah, you know, it's a huge improvement. 60 degrees, it's brilliant. 60. I used to have the thing on full blast, by the way, with the glass panel off. You know, I used to have it open, wide open, on full blast, the GPU fans, and it would be at night. It would maybe go down to 80 degrees, 70 degrees. Which is really bad. I had a lot of overheating issues. The PC would just shut down on me, and it was really bad. And that's really bad because if you keep having problems like those and it gets even worse, then your PC will quite literally will just fry. Your GPU will be fried, but that includes the whole PC as a whole. So every component will be fried. Your whole PC is done for. So it won't just be your GPU. And that's just, you know, one of the big reasons, one of the main reasons why you should be taking care of your GPU and doing stuff like cleaning it daily.